hello, Ellie. Thank you so much for joining me. So Ellie works with helping people shift limiting beliefs through arrow breaks and firewalks and glass walks. Like, how cool is this? And what we find is that most of us who are in this sort of work, helping others, the thing that we help others with is what we most need help with ourselves, because we have got so good at it, because we've done so much work on it over the years, and we still need those reminders. So we're going to do a bit of a belief shifting exercise today. But first of all, Ellie, could you tell me a bit about how you see and how you describe beliefs and limiting beliefs to your clients?
Yeah, so I'm not the most scientific brain person. So I for me, the way I visualize limiting beliefs is that so in our head we have a bookcase. Okay, so this bookcase is full of all the books, all the memories and thoughts and things that we've collected over the years. Fact, fiction, cookbooks of what you're going to make later. And I kind of see that there's up the top, there's a shelf which is normally labeled like restrictive or safety section. And these books we haven't checked for a long time. The information just plays out and plays out all the time. So we don't know what's in these books, but we go, them books are there, they must be true. And when we get the thoughts that are limiting beliefs, that I'm not good enough, I shouldn't be talking about limiting beliefs if I've got my own, that information goes to my like little in-head librarian who hasn't been trained in how to deal with these. They just take the information and kind of go, don't worry, Elle, yeah, you're not good enough to do this, so maybe we shouldn't do it. Let's hold back and maybe not do it because it's going to keep us safe. I'll file that for you. You haven't got to worry about it. So that all plays out without me even knowing about it. I don't check it. I just go, that must be true because that's the story I've been telling myself for years and years and years. I am not good enough. I shouldn't be doing this. So it just goes into the book and it just plays out without being checked. And for me, limiting beliefs and finding that one is that book that maybe just slipping out slightly, that you haven't touched for a long time. You just think, I'm just going to have a look at that and see what's actually written in that book. Where did it come from? Whose writing is it? Who's actually in my book? And is it true? So that to me is how I visualize my limiting beliefs and how they show up for me.
Okay, and we are going to challenge one of yours right now.
Right.
So can you first of all share what is the limiting belief that you would like to challenge?
So it is not feeling good enough. Like it's one that obviously I've battled with a long time, but it does still show up. Like limiting beliefs, they take work. There's more, even when you step through them, they like to come back and test you, I think. So I suppose at the moment my limiting belief is you're not really good enough to go out and be at a festival and be a facilitator. So not good enough to be doing what you want to do.
Okay. And so on the other side of that, what is a positive belief that does support you in doing what you want to do because you've got this far?
That if I ignore that and pick it apart, it's I am good enough to be doing this. I have worked really, really hard to become a facilitator, to do this, to share these information and do these workshops with people. I am good enough to do that. It's just that pull tries to pull you back a little bit.
Yeah. So tell me about the but, the bit beyond that. So clearly you've already done a lot of work on this, but there is always still a but there. There's always layers to this. So what is the but that's still holding you back?
I think it's that little but what if? But what if? It's like it's kind of like, oh, it's really great that you've done all this stuff and you think that you're enough and you're going to go and do this. It's all great. But what if it all goes wrong? That kind of just that little bit that's still hanging on. yeah. It's that, but what if it goes wrong? What if no one shows up? And what if people don't get what you're saying? What if people don't like seeing beliefs as a book?
And so what's the real core behind those questions? So that might be something like no one's going to show up, or they're not going to be interested. Like, what's the real core belief that makes you keep questioning that?
So if I kind of peel it back and trace it right back, it would be, you know, maybe I don't deserve to be doing what I want to do. I genuinely love what I do, but I don't deserve to be doing that. I don't deserve to be standing up and doing what I want to do in front of these people. I think that's probably a route. Like, am I deserving enough? Am I good enough? So they do kind of intertwine a little bit, don't they? They like to kind of mingle in. But yeah, I think in this case that feels kind of, well, I can kind of tell, because I can, you feel that kind of in your stomach, that kind of, oh, so yeah, if I don't really deserve to be here. And again, that's dusting it right off and taking it right back to that, for me, like the beginning of the book, or that kind of over and over.
Well, and so can you go back to like the beginning, when that book was first written? Like, who or where did that belief first come from for you?
So I think there's a lot of reasons why, and I know that they were put in very early on from lots of different sources. Being I was very badly bullied at school. I had kind of a good time, but I was also very bullied and quite a lot of violence, bully wise. And it was almost very much like, you know, you don't really deserve to be with us, or you don't really deserve good things. So I always felt like I didn't really deserve to be in a group that treated me awfully, but I was so like, oh, I need to be in this, and then I don't deserve, or I'm not worthy enough of becoming in a group. And that followed me through everything that I did. I'm not worthy enough or good enough. And I know there's a few different words there, but I think they intertwine so well that, you know, that kind of where it started, I think, at that point. And then it's just followed that story over and over without really checking it. Well, you're not good enough, and this is going to happen if you're not perfect or funny all the time, or just a bit stupid, or you don't deserve good things. It just all molds into one. It's a bit of a mess, but and then it kind of it just continues through your life, and then you realize that you're just living in a storybook that doesn't bloody exist.
Well, so when you think back to those bullies, and maybe there's a specific one that was particularly bad, how do you feel about those people?
Honestly, no, I feel quite sorry for them in a way, but I think they used me as a way. Like, I'm 5'8". I was been 5'8" since I was, you know, in like 11. So I was, and for a kid, that's pretty tall, and for, you know, for a girl. So I think they used me because I've never been a fighter. I don't like conflict. I don't like any type of conflict and row. I just don't like it. But for them, if they could take down the big girl and have this fight and win and be like, look, I done this to her, it made them feel big, and actually, and all it did was make me feel small, and try, you know, my whole life I've just tried to be smaller because I don't want to stand out. I don't want to be seen. And it makes you just smaller and smaller, because you think, if I stand out or I'm big, I'm going to attract attention. That equals danger, and that equals you know, that's not good. So, and again, that's something that, as followed in all photos, I noticed that I will always shrink down to the other people in the photo. And I obviously, as going through a lot of my limiting belief, which I've had to do in order to be doing what I'm doing, I've had to pull a lot of books, you know, gradually, but a lot of these books have had to come off and be, you know, faced. But that was it. That was another thing. Like, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be heard, because that brings conflict. And then you kind of go, oh gosh, and there's so many different things that all need to be dealt with one at a time, not all the time, because that's crazy. You can't just pull all the books off your bookshelf, because that would be an
But like you
absolute
say, a lot of them are intertwined.
yeah. It's, I suppose,
So
it's
you
like a
almost can't
series.
do them one at a time either.
Yeah, exactly. But it's almost, I suppose, it's like a series, isn't it? It's like book one, this will happen, and then it's like, oh, this character appears in book 5 of the series. You know, the worthy, not worthy. You know, the disappointment, the not good enough, the not a real person. Like, what is that? You know.
And so what is this? What is this belief, this feeling of not being good enough, not worthy, not deserving? What is that costing you right now?
If I continue to believe that I wasn't worthy, I don't deserve to stand up in front of anybody, I have nothing to say and I need to stay small, it would cost me literally everything, because I wouldn't be doing what I am doing now. And the cost of that is too much. So I think I took it quite to the extreme, but the cost of not doing these things, not walking the crossfire, guiding people through it, doing arrow breaks, learning about myself, and being able to stand up in front of people and go, do you know what? Sometimes it's really, really shit, and it's really tough to live in stories that aren't real. But without facing those limiting beliefs and kind of calling them out, really, and going, yeah, I don't think they're actually true. Like, I don't think this is what I actually believe, or at least give myself an opportunity to start making new pages and start slowly taking steps forward. Like, I think the first time that I discovered really what limiting beliefs were, and really kind of looked into the, you know, I'm not enough, I'm not good enough, or, you know, I didn't trust myself. I didn't suddenly become, you know, I was like, oh, now I'd like to be an arrow break instructor. I'd like to do these things, but it didn't, because I stepped into that belief, it didn't suddenly mean, oh, that's instantly that.
Yeah.
But what it did do was allow me to kind of work out what was holding me back and test myself. Like, is that true, or is it just a story? And then slowly allowing myself to do little things, what felt really little. Like, what if I just go and do this bit? And if it's not for me, I don't have to go back. And I thought, well, that feels a bit more comfortable, rather than trying to be this person who I don't know, they didn't exist. This person who I was always chasing, who had to be better, who had to be perfect, who had to be enough, and they didn't exist. So I was chasing like a phantom version of myself that I was never going to catch, no matter what I did, until I kind of went, well, just what is it? What do you want? Just slowly, just do little things. And actually, it's crazy, because sometimes you think it has to be big and it has to be bold all the time, but these small little steps, and just moving and proving to myself and kind of going, right, that's a fact that I did that. That's not a story. That's true. I can fact check that. That is a truth. That's not a feeling. That is an actual truth. I went and done that. In doing that, moving forward slowly and slowly and slowly, I've far exceeded anything that I thought I would be doing, or that I could do or could be, than if I just stayed in that book, or, oh no, maybe that's not for me. And that what if is kind of that, what if they don't do that? What if they don't this? And it's like, what if? Like, just changing the way I kind of say what if, but what if they do? What if someone gets exactly what they need from coming to your workshop? What if it is brilliant? What if this is exactly what you're meant to be doing? And I think just changing the tone of it to that what if isn't a bad thing anymore. Like, it's what if.
So what if you took away the question there? Because there's still some uncertainty, some doubt there. So if you took away the question, what's the new positive, empowering, liberating belief behind those questions, and you being able to change that tone?
Yeah, I deserve to stand up in front of people and say what I'm here to say. Like, I have something to say, and I deserve the chance to be able to do that, and that feels a lot kinder and truer. And in doing that, like saying, yeah, I believe it. Like, I do deserve to be here. I do deserve to be doing what I'm doing, and fighting all of those things that flag up. Oh, that sounds a bit, because then you're like, well, that's a bit arrogant. If you say that I deserve to be here and I'm doing this, it's like, no, it's got nothing to do with anything else. Like,
okay, but I'd like to invite you to take it a step further, and thinking of your audience, what do they deserve from you?
They deserve the most authentic version of me. They deserve someone who what we do in asking people or inviting people to face their limiting beliefs. It's really tough, and it's a very vulnerable thing to do, and it's a very honest and real thing that you have to do. So they deserve someone who is going to stand in front of them and go, look, this is me. This is how I see it. This is what works for me. I hope one thing, if you can take one thing from this, that's enough. But they deserve to have the version of me that they deserve. They've given their time to come and and be part of it and experience it, and yeah, they deserve the most genuine version of me.
And why have they signed up to come to your workshop? What do they believe about you?
They believe that I will help them or guide them through something that they're looking for. And hopefully in the way that I do that has called to them. And that was their choice. And that's something that's their choice to kind of say, that's where I want to be, that's what I want to be doing, that's what I want to experience. So yeah, it's they've chosen, they've picked to come and have that bit of time to kind of dive into their books, or and step through, and to move forward for them, to stop holding themselves back. And yeah, so they deserve everything.
And I want to remind you that you feeling sometimes that you're not good enough, that comes from you wanting to do a good job because you want to serve them in the best possible way. There is nothing selfish about that. Like, you want to serve them.
100%, yeah.
So just to finish off, I would like to invite you to create an affirmation. So an I am statement, something that's positive and present tense, something that maybe feels a bit stretchy, but also feels true right now.
I think what comes again, there's a lot, there's so, the head just kind of goes, oh, there's so many things. I think what I need to say to myself today is that I am a facilitator. I am. That's what I do. That is what I'm doing. I'm not pretending to be something. I'm not going, I am a facilitator. And I will be facilitating my workshop at the weekend for anyone who wants to join me. And that is what I'll be doing. And that is who I am. So yeah, I am a facilitator.
And what evidence do you have that you are a facilitator already?
Evidence that I've trained really, really hard. I have my certification. I'm a certified firewalk instructor. So I've done the training. I've put the work in for myself. I have run my workshops with people, and it's taken me a long time to get to the point, because there's a lot about what I needed to do for me and training, but I also needed to learn how to guide others, to empower others, because there's a lot of that stuff about me, but it isn't actually about me. Do you know what I mean? It's that weird.
Yeah.
It isn't. What I do hasn't got anything to do with me. I'm just there to share and to serve others, for them to find their path and for what they're doing. So that is what becoming a facilitator is.
Yes.
It's going, this is for you. So.
And right now, how confident are you feeling about running your workshop on a scale of 1 to 10?
7.
7. All right. What would make that an 8?
Just get out of my head. Remember all the things that we've been doing. Remember all the things that I've been doing. Yeah, I've said these statements. I am ready. I am ready. It's a long time coming. I am ready. It's a solid 9. It's a solid 9.
Yeah, that's even better than
I was holding back.
that.
I was holding back on you. It's a 9. I am ready. I am ready.
Excellent.
Like,
yeah. And I think that final one is you recognizing that this is a scary thing and it's a responsibility. I think that's healthy.
Yeah, I do as well. I think, and that is, like I say, that's that reminder, because that's going forward. But how ready I feel right now? Yeah, I'm ready to go. Bags packed.
Amazing.
Let's go.
Fantastic. Well, best of luck. And I just hope you have, apart from your workshop, I hope that you're able to relax and enjoy the rest of the festival as well.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Amazing.